The main error everyone's struggling with is not about if they know how to do a crown. Everyone knows how to do a crown. Majority of the people know how to do a filling. They have not been trained, or they have not developed the eye, or they are still not well aware of the grading criteria. And majority of the students, I see that every second day talking to someone, they still don't know why they're failing. If you go to a course and by the end of it, you exactly don't know why you're still failing, that something's not right. My students exactly know. When they come back, they say that this is the composite. I exactly know I failed because I did this. I think that's where I feel like there's a big gap between students when they say, I've already done 3 trainings from 3 different people and I don't have much money to spend and what to do. But that's the thing. I always tell everyone I can sit down and give a presentation, an amazing presentation to an audience of 500 people, and everybody's gonna go impressed back home. How many people got the takeaway home message to the point they can go and deliver it tomorrow for their patients? That's what I feel is missing. When we look at communication, we are doing it on Zoom calls and big badges. When you're looking at technical, I'm teaching 15, people are teaching 15, 20 people in one badge. And how will you actually try to incorporate everything in them with that 2 weeks period? I don't think so. I don't agree. I personally feel developing and understanding the concepts and foundation is important, but it takes some time. I can do a 1 week amazing course and I can teach 20 people together, but I can guarantee only 4 of them can take away a good 90% message. The remaining won't be able to. 30%, 20%. That's why you come back from a big technical course and now you don't remember anything because the time was just too less. At the same time, you did not prepare yourself. When we do cooking and we say that, oh, I can cook a dish for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I've already prepped all my vegetables. Everything is chopped. All the sauces are prepared. I just need to put it in the pan and stir fry and, mix everything together or, make the dish quicker. But if I've not done my pre-planning, I will end up spending 45 minutes and still my dish will not either be undercooked, it will not turn up good, I will not eat it, I will order something outside. That's the major problem. That's why when I designed this course, because I've been through what you have done. I've done the courses like you all did. And that's what I feel the best way of learning is not going quick. You need some time. And that is why what I designed and what I feel is the best way is you review with the online training. 3 months, 6 months. Once you have done the online training, then come to Canberra at my training institute. Sit down with me. We do small badges, 4 or 5 people maximum. I don't like to do 15, 20 people. That's what I'm starting now as well. Then you do the on-site training with me. Most of my students are 100% online and they have passed the exam with 100% online with some assessments. But some, if they want to get the best value back, but this is the format they have to follow. Recently, there were a couple of candidates that requested that, oh, I've already done so many trainings. We don't want to do your online course. We just want to do the on-site. Sorry, don't do that. Again, you're saying I followed someone else, but that technique didn't work for you, right? You were not unable to pass. You failed 5 technicals. There was a reason why you failed 5 technicals. If someone says I've done 2 different technical courses, long courses, but I still managed to pass only 1 technical or 2 technical, what does this mean? This means they did not develop the concept, or they did not train that much, or did not practice that much. Something was not right. That is what we need to understand. Quicker is never the best way. Sometimes it's long, and you have to give time. Slow and long is the best way, in my opinion. So you have to do the online training. If you've not done my online training, then unfortunately, I can't ask you to train by someone else and then come back and do the last 20% with me. It's not going to work. So if you want to get trained by me, you have to do the online training first. 3 months, 6 months, whichever way you choose. Once you have developed everything, then you come sit down with me on site and we go through everything again. Then you kill it. Because now you're pre-prepared, you've done your prep work, now you do the hands-on with me. Then you merge it and you develop it. But if I just go on hands-on with me, then it's easy for me to explain everything in a day. How many of you will understand it? You won't be able to understand it. That's my problem. It's okay, I can open an academy tomorrow and teach 20 people in one batch. How many of you will understand it out of the 20? I think that's the biggest thing. We have to figure out why is it not working. We have to figure out why am I still failing if I did so many courses. Something was not right. So the time, you have to give time. You have to understand the concept. You have to do the prep work to the point you reach a level where someone can guide you. Now, I have account like a Netflix account, 24 hours access. You can review the videos as much times as you want. People having young babies, or they have difficult lifestyle, or they're working in the morning or doing 2 jobs, they can work in the night, they can study in the night, they can study in the morning. Whatever suits your comfort level for you to finish those hours, for you to do the initial work. And then when you come to me, we are able to work on something that you now start understanding. So the big red flag for me is someone who has done academies and they still don't understand why I'm failing. I see on Endo all the time, people are still doing conservative and they're failing, and they'll be like, what's happening? I still see that crown prep and I'm like, you cannot pass. And they'll be like, yeah, I failed crown like last 3 times, but my crown prep's so good. We don't want it to look good. Go back and watch my video, 3 rules to pass ADC exam. There was a reason I developed those 3 rules. Go and watch the video, avoid the social media trap. There's a reason I developed that video. There's a reason you need to understand the fundamentals. It does not matter. Let me say that out again, loud and clear. It does not matter if your skills are amazing or not. You need ordinary, mediocre work, fitting in the criteria well. Doesn't matter if you look good or not, you can pass the exam. You just need to understand the pass and fail criteria. As soon as you can do that, that's all we need to pass the ADC exam. And once you pass, you can put everything on your Instagram, social media, impress the whole world. Like, nobody does more social media than me, any of the ADC mentors out there, right? But for an ADC, you don't need to impress people. You just need to fit in the criteria. So any course you join, any mentor you have, you need to ask them, don't show me a good crown prep. Tell me exactly the points where I fail. Tell me exactly the points I pass, and what is the fine line in between where I can stay to pass. And if I skip that line, or I cross that line, I will fail. If you understand this, that's all you need. And that's what I feel is the biggest error out there. Like, I never go out there and say, do my course better than any other course. But when I see this a lot, it's just difficult that if someone has done 3 courses or 4 courses, then they still don't know why they're failing in crown prep or endo and amalgam. And just like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what is the reason behind it. So I always feel the biggest error is first the candidate. You didn't do your research. You have to do a research. If I'm getting my veneers done tomorrow, I will do so much research on who I want to get it done with. Who's the best cosmetic dentist out there? So when you do your ADC journey, You don't do your research. You just pick any mentor out there. You have to do your research, find the right mentor. And sometimes even the best mentor out there, if they're not suitable for your skill level, if they're not suitable for the point where you're getting the benefit out of it and understanding, then it maybe something's not right and you have to switch the mentor. Sometimes I've seen the best mentors out there. You do the courses from them, you don't learn a lot, and then another mentor, it's a game-changing, life-changing experience. Why? Because maybe you understood them at your level. So try to find that connection, try to find a course that's gonna suit you. And I would say don't be rushed with the process. If you go back to my how to start your part 2 journey, that's the reason I say that first 2 to 3 months, do not rush. What are the 4 main mistakes people make? 4 main errors. Go watch that video. 4 main errors. What people do when they pass their part 1, they quickly want to start the part 2 tomorrow. Why? I see that people pass part 1 and the advertisement starts for all the part 2 courses because they want you to join tomorrow. But ideally you shouldn't join tomorrow because you're not ready yet. You have done no prep work. And now you're going to join a course after you pass part 1 where your mind's not ready for it. And now you say that, oh, I didn't learn anything, because you won't. Your mind's not ready for it. So first 2 to 3 months, develop yourself. Work on those skills. Look at the grading criteria. Look at your home setup. I have a detailed video on how to create your home setup as well. Work on those points. And once you feel you have done some work to the point you're ready, then go to an on-site course. Don't go to on-site course the first day. Because guess what? After 2 months, you won't be able to remember anything. And what happens now? You're sitting there saying, I don't know why my crown prep doesn't work. I don't know why my composite still fails every time I do it. That is a problem. So pick a course who you feel is at your level. You connect with the mentor. It's going to get great benefit out of you. And sometimes even the great people out there may not benefit from them. So if one of my students feel they don't get benefit from me, they might go to another mentor and get more benefit from them. Or someone else, another mentor out there, the students who go to them, they don't get benefit, but they come to me, they get more benefit. It's not about I'm better than someone else or someone else is not as good as me. It's not about that. It's just like the connection. Sometimes we build a better connection with someone else. We feel like we can understand the language they speak in terms of how they're explaining. Not the language like everyone knows English, but in the term of we go down that level and we start speaking that we feel like that's not a foreign language to us. We can actually connect better, if it makes sense. So I would say do some research, and your main goal has to be why you're passing and failing that criteria. And if you can do that, your ADC journey would be so much smoother, less hiccups. And then you do your work and it will start to have things so much better for you. So my best wishes for everyone. My training style, as I said now, is all about you do the prep work with my online courses, develop the skills, and then come to my on-site. It's going to be 4 to 5 people maximum, because I feel after 4 or 5 people, I can't justify my teaching with the bigger group. Or I can do that, I can hire 3 people. The problem with hiring 3 people is what? Someone who has just passed ADC, and again, there's nothing against them, they can never be at my level what I'm right now. So if someone's coming and saying, I want a teaching from Dr. Mak, and I'm letting someone else teach them who have just passed the exam, I'm not justifying it again, right? They're coming to get the learning from me, not from anyone else. And that's the problem. And I don't blame mentors who are running academies, because it's difficult. Once you have hired a big place and you've rented a big property and you've invested so much in the chairs and everything, it's kind of like a business profit statement as well. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is, when you have big academies, you have to have a certain number of people to get the cost back as well. 15 people, 20 people, one mentor cannot handle it. So it'll be 2, 3, 4 mentors. Now, do you have experienced mentors? If everyone's coming and saying, I'm going to Dr. Mak Dental Academy, is Dr. Mak teaching or someone else is teaching? And if someone else is teaching, that's okay. They have to be clear because they're coming to Dr. Mak Dental Academy, not going to someone else's. So that's one of the things that I personally feel is there's always somewhere, something out there, something's not right. And sometimes you do everything right, still things don't work out. So that's okay. Things are okay. You just need to find out. So that's what I feel. Do the prep work, then the hands-on, or just do the online, because it's not 2 weeks. You have 3 to 6 months in which you review everything and you are directly in touch with me the entire time, getting assessments, getting mentorship, getting guidance until you pass your exam. We're not going to leave you. I'm not going to leave you until you pass your exam. So everywhere is different. Everyone has its own way of doing it, and people who love teaching, it's their passion. They're just not doing it for the funds, and I do it, understand it. But sometimes, as I said, it's difficult, and everyone wants to do their best. But if it's not working for whatever reason, then it's best to go back and review it. Say that if it's not working for me, maybe I have to change my plan. Hope this video is helpful, and I will see you all with another video. As always, share it with someone who can benefit out of it. That's the main part of the channel. And God bless you all. See you all in the next video.